if you want to speak freely, which is totally fine. Like literally no one watches these, I think. Well, I think. And also we're live.
Yeah, totally. Welcome to the Marketing Working Group call. This is a weekly call we have to engage and have assessment on what marketing efforts we are making and adjust on the way. So, yeah, today we have an agenda. Let me grab this over here. Okay. So, for today's agenda, basically, I stated, oh, it didn't send. My agenda didn't send.
I was just
Uh,
about to ask. I think you didn't actually put an agenda together for today. Can I
no,
hijack your
no, I did
non-existing?
put it on
Ah,
my
can I hijack?
mobile device, and it didn't send. Look.
I'm sorry. That sucks. Has happened
Yeah.
before to me. Yeah, got you.
Yeah, okay. So basically, for today, I just prepared the Ninja promo update. Because we have two things to cover over there, which are first, June's content strategy monthly report, and then the July's topics and themes for monthly content strategy. So let's start first on June's content strategy. Well, we have had this strategy sent by Ninja Promo. Let's see over here. Yeah. So this was the all the content that they have prepared, and we have been posting on each
We're
platform.
not we're not seeing anything aside from your Huddle browser window.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh,
Also, your tabs give me anxiety, and I have a lot of tabs open.
yeah, I don't know how to disable all those tabs. I need them. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, so this has been all the content made by Ninja Promo. We have been posting all of these on the different social media. Some socials have a little bit more of content than others, but basically we have been editing and making all that content like useful for all our channels, which are X, Farcaster, LinkedIn, and TikTok. And definitely Stella has been a really great partner in this, because many of these gifts wouldn't be really great gifts without her editing. So yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, well, as this content has been made for the whole month, Helge, our project manager, has sent me this. I hope you can see it. So basically, he said, well, they have worked for 52 hours, 20 minutes, 40 hours on social media marketing, 6 hours and 6 minutes on analytics, which they have set up all our analytics on Google Analytics. Then also a pre-media plan for KOLs, and 5 hours on marketing strategy discussed at the very beginning. So that's what we have worked so far. Now, obviously, I would like them to have like a monthly report, a little bit more detailed on like the impact, but definitely as they don't have access to our socials, I think I will be preparing that for the next meeting that we have, so we can really address like what really has been the impact on of Ninja Promo on our socials with this kind of content, and maybe what we can address of that. But obviously, I really would like your feedback. Maybe you already have some concerns and comments and anything that you would like to say about this, and definitely everything is received. So yeah, Will, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think Farcaster has a data analytics dashboard like
Mm,
X does, right? So that's going to be like manual post by post, right?
Well,
yeah,
I actually I have a plan for this, but we still need to I need to get Julian to do this with me. Because he holds the account credentials, so he needs to scan when I try to do this, because it's essentially letting in another app onto our Farcaster account, which is called bonds.xyz. It would also give us the opportunity to assign more people who can post for us on Farcaster, right? Last time we tried, well, it was broken. It didn't work. So I texted him this morning. I was like, look, there's like 3 things we need to do. One of them is getting this bonds thing set up, because it can also do analytics on Farcaster, which would definitely help us. Not that we had like so much engagement, okay? Like we had some engagement, but it was not crazy so far. Because the essentially the account had been dormant for like 5 or 6 months, because neither Julian nor Chris actually did do much on the account, right? So it was me posting on the channel that we have, because I couldn't post from the account, and the channel no one gave a shit about, because channel were not pushed on Farcaster anymore, right? So that said, I think with bonds active, we have that access, but it will only probably value then starting with the new month period. And yeah, that's it, I think.
awesome, thank you. Yeah, okay, so maybe for the rest of our socials, I would really like you to, because also I have to do that.
Yeah, about
We
that,
we need to have this here.
about this, Stacey. So I tried to upgrade, okay, and get us the gold tier. But then I discovered a bug in Charmverse. I actually, they did not. So it said like, if you push the upgrade button, just push it for me there.
Mhm.
If you push it, and then you get the normal tier, blah, 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 right? So I went all the way down to gold tier, and I said like, subscribe. You cannot do it for the space, right? But I can
Yeah,
do it. And then it essentially presented me with switch to gold. And then it was like 2,500 dev tokens minus 600 something dev tokens. I was like, wow, I think Chris already applied the discount. That's a very generous discount. This is like even less than the silver tier for gold tier functionality. That's amazing, right?
also,
It was like over the moon. So I texted him. I was like, this is great. Thank you so much. And then, I paid and everything, and the upgrade button didn't go away. And then I took a screenshot and I said, I think you didn't do anything, but I think there is a bug. And so he wrote back to me and said, oh my God, yeah, that's a bug. So I came to and negotiated terms with him. So he said, for 1 month, I should subscribe for gold tier. Within this month, we should launch the scout game pool or pools, right?
Mhm.
If we actually manage to do that, he will not only give me 2 months, like essentially 2 months for free, because I paid gold tier for this month, but he would also say like, okay, for, the more indefinite future, we will have all the gold tier perks while paying silver tier.
Oh,
Shit,
that's
with super
good.
negotiation skills,
Yes,
right?
that's a really great idea.
Yeah, I'm super happy with this because I do want us to pay for this because it is a good product, right? And
Mm.
I still think it has much better functionalities than for example, Notion.
Yeah.
It's also still cheaper than Notion, to be honest. It's still expensive in a way, but it's still cheaper than Notion. And so,
Mm.
I want us to pay, but they cannot just up the block amount. That's not a possibility. So they can
Mhm.
only give us a gold tier and have us
Gold
pay
tier.
in silver tier. And I was like,
Okay,
okay, that's fine for
that's
me.
good.
So anyway,
That's awesome.
so for the gold
Okay.
ticket, no, it will be $50 for the gold ticket because we will pay silver tier. Yeah, yo, negotiation skills, yo,
Yeah,
no.
that's good.
But
Yeah,
also
but
we really need
that's
to talk
but
about
that's
scout game then,
condition to.
obviously.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. We need to have that ship anyways this month, so we need to hurry that up. Awesome. So then, are we able to like put more blocks, or because I see like we are over the
Yeah,
limit?
exactly. So because the bug has not been fixed, I cannot subscribe to Gold tier right now. So we have to wait until the bug is fixed. Before that, we will still be stuck with the 10K blocks. Right? So I
Yeah,
hope it resolves this week, but I know they're actively working on it. So I will keep you guys posted. But sorry for this because it also means you have to be very careful right now in creating more blocks because more blocks might mean, blah, blah, blah.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, great. Thank you so much, Stella. And definitely amazing negotiation. And yeah, we'll wait to have this fixed until to make any kind of new blocks added to the task force. So let's wait for that to report our marketing reports on social media channels. So let's wait for that then, Jonathan. Thank you, Stella. Okay, so then, no, for the monthly report, as obviously Ninja Promo is only reporting the amount of hours that they have worked, and I assume that they have did, or that they did. But we need to have like another kind of impact report. What else do you suggest to make them do some kind of report, or do we only rely on our social media channels data analytics report?
Yeah, I think that's probably the way to go, Ceci. I don't know
Mm,
what else I would have them report because it's not like they can really report on the impact.
mm,
I would like to give them feedback for whatever they come up next because I just feel the posts are not bad as like whole fillers, right? As like solo posts, but they are
mhm,
not amazing. I'm sorry. They're not very creative. They're not out of the box, right? They're like very plain to say it friendly. So
mhm.
like I would just wish, we want to talk to creators, right? And to creatives. And I can tell you something, they're not amazed by these posts. They might be informative, but they don't get you like from your stool and be like, whoa, I need to work with analog, yo, right? And so, yeah, I just think like this is definitely
Yeah.
feedback we should give them. So I'd rather have them make 3 really good videos per month instead of like whatever 20 posts, right?
Mhm.
That like have the actual potential to go viral, right?
Yeah.
Over like what they've been doing so far, right? That's like it's not bad, but it
Mhm.
doesn't give us what we need, right? And honestly, these kind of filler posts we could just make by ourselves. They are not so hard to come up with, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's my feedback.
Maybe would you like me to prepare some kind of comparison of posts that we have made and the posts that they are making, so they can really understand what we are meaning to of like
Ceci,
talking to
we already
creators.
have a volunteer. There's Rene in our midst. So let's make use of Rene and his creative mind, right? To come up with some really cool post ideas that could speak to creators. And then this is how easy it is to join the DAO. It's like, you're in. Like, you attend one meeting, you're totally in. I'm sorry. But this is really what we need, right? Like, if you look at, like, can you go to the Twitter feed for a second?
Yeah.
I think it shows even better if you show a social media feed, because right now the social media it's on the other side. It's an omnipresent. It's like Stacey's left-hand extension is now having Twitter open like 24/7 for unlock purposes. So if you scroll down,
24/7 open.
Oh no, don't I know? Okay, so if you ignore this one, we can actually unpin this stupid post, please. Can you please unpin this post? No one needs this to be pinned.
Okay. Let me change accounts. And
no one interacted with this post, so fuck it.
Yeah. Okay.
Just being brutally honest today. Okay, so if you scroll, this is, for example, one of their posts, right? Like one person commented, Wilco, okay? And then if you scroll further down, it's great. I know you commented because I commented on your comment. So, and this one I thought was pretty neat, and there's already a little bit more engagement. So I think instead of telling them they're doing not such a great job, which is not true, right? It's because we have not defined it good enough for them to actually know like what else to do. But like just from what we see here, I would just send them the 3 best working posts. And I think it was this one, and there was one other that was animated. Can you scroll down further? We want commentary. How about one underneath? Yeah, this one, maybe a poll.
This one. But this one didn't have enough views, but it was like more liked. Yeah.
So maybe send them these 3 posts, right? And say like, okay, we do like this type of content. So if they start putting together content, rather have them focus on making more video material. And we have some DAO calls also recorded. So they could take the DAO calls and snippets of the DAO calls to also showcase the people behind the DAO or the marketing meetings or whatever, right? Of course, hi Ninja Promo, you will see all of us complaining here about your work. Actually, we don't complain. We're just not really good at working with a marketing agency just yet, okay? So if we define those goals more clearly, more narrowly, I think we're going to get somewhere. And then we have Rene coming up with very creative video ideas, right? On how to humanize the DAO even further. I think this is how we get.
Oh, what happened? What happened? I lost you.
She muted herself.
Oh, okay.
And walked away from her chair. She's doing something.
Yeah, maybe there was something at the door. And now Stella's back.
Yeah, sorry guys, someone rang the doorbell, so it went all crazy, all monkey punky.
And now Renee is gone.
Okay.
And all right. So
awesome. So so maybe we can define better what kind of objectives we may want for this new month. So let's do some brainstorming. Okay, so let's go.
I don't know if you saw this just yet because, well, no one cares, I guess. But Alana, like my own project, right? We're participating in Artisan. And so what Rene does is he gives now every week some like boost projects. So he tells us like, okay, do this and this task on social media. And if you do it, and if you're being especially creative on how you do it, I give you personally a boost to your project, right? Which is pretty cool. But also, like, just the tasks themselves are pretty cool. So he just asked us to roast him, right? So I was thinking, maybe we could try something very similar because it's my last, 1.5 weeks as a lead steward. So there is no better time than roasting me for the last year and what I've been doing to you than now, I think. So
As you said, it will be your last weeks as the lead of the DAO.
As lead steward, I'm still part of the DAO, but lead steward is a role that just dissolves after a year, right? I always like when I applied for this, when I invented this role and applied for this role, I already said in advance this will only be valid for a year. Because until then we should have a steward council, and tada, we do have a steward council. I will be applying though for the role of steward. So I want to be on the council for at least 6 more months, maybe a little bit longer. I have to see. And so this proposal is, I don't know if you guys saw, but I already started a thread on this. So Winnie, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not gonna leave people alone in this DAO anytime soon.
No, my question is because after I am very close from the DAO of the operation of DAO. After this will be happened, what is the change of the leadership? I know since he's the head of the marketing, but
when you have distributed leadership, so it's like instead of having a lead steward who's like on top of the pyramid, the top of the pyramid like explodes, right? So we have a flat pyramid, and then there is the council essentially, and under the council, the different departments and the different types of like the different contributors. There is also the ambassadors, right, which is a different role. But I'm supposed to actually give you guys a little introduction to the new role structure today during the DAO call. So I don't want to hijack Sissy's meeting any longer because I might get angry,
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. But I mean, so maybe we can roast our marketing efforts. Are you meaning that?
Wait, you want to roast the marketing agency you're working with?
No. I mean,
do you have an agency?
We work right now with an agency. Yeah, but it's
Which
it's
one?
like Ninja Promo.
This is the Ninja Promo. I think it's a person. But okay.
Yeah, but
my
honestly, most of the work you still have to do by yourself, like all the posting, all the scheduling, adapting texts because they just don't match the vibe, right? Like there's this, honestly, it's still a lot of work, So
yeah,
I don't know
sorry,
why did we do
Yeah.
this? Like anyone knows. I don't know.
Oh my god, that sucks. I just started to contribute with Myosin, and I say these guys, it's a lot of. I think maybe they how do you say Ceci, cobrar?
they charge.
Yeah, they charge a lot, I think. But I start to see a few proposals or something like this. But I think maybe if we can do, if we can implement similar roles or structure in the marketing team as agency, maybe we can run a better performance marketing. I don't know. Maybe we could be performed better.
This is where we want to get. This is like, so, there was a lot of demand from stakeholders that we have a marketing agency, because they didn't trust us to actually establish, what we have already established, which is crazy. So we were like, okay, fine. Like, they really want this. They also have a say in all of this. Let's do that, right? So Stacey, David, myself, we, did a lot of research and interviewed some marketing agencies. Essentially, that also costs time, but no one cares, right? Then, the best one for us felt like was Ninja Promo, and they are doing a good job for an agency, right? Like, it's not that they are doing a bad job or anything. So yeah, and then, we started working with them, which I think has been a pleasant experience. Stacey is mostly on these calls with our project manager, which has helped.
Yeah.
And it is inevitable, right? If someone is not part of like your DAO, your team, they will not know the tone of voice to the point. They will not know that Farcast as a place where you cannot just push out promo and expect anyone reacting to that, right? So like there's just a lot of adapting to do, but that's also stuff we cannot really explain, I think, right now to them. And we're technically set up in a way where we could, so the way we have it right now is if you're not a steward, then you actually get 50,000 up per month to take care of one platform, right? So if you would tell me, hey, Stella, I actually would love to handle the Unlock TikTok account and just, comment on other people's posts, like engage with the crowd, come up with some original posts and videos that match us, like that would mean 50,000 up for you per month, just like that, right? And it's not tremendous work, because in my brain, the way DAOs are supposed to work in an ideal world is everyone does a tiny little bit. It's not like 5 people do, tremendous amount of work. The idea is that we get to the point where everyone just takes a few hours per week to, leisurely contribute, make some up, become a voice in our governance, and, feel empowered through that process. So anyways, I keep hijacking. Stacey, just shut me up. Like, what the hell are you?
No, that's amazing. I thank you for this, because I try to understand better what is the thing for now, and what is the necessities you have, and how can I support you. Thank you for this.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so definitely the work that they have been doing has been really good. I mean, setting up our Google Analytics, for instance, it was, I think, one of the best things that we have had, because we weren't having reports of anything, so that's great. And then after that, having like these kind of ideas of okay, let's do this kind of Kanban setup, so we can have like ideas of what kind of content we are making. Obviously, that has led us to have this, like, let's see, where is it? So here. So obviously we are basically, what we are doing is, and thanks to Stella, is also like copying the best practices, so then we can have like a better structure after they are gone, because they are only going to be for 3 months, which already June is over, and we're going to have July and August. So that's the thing, So okay then. So once we have then the thing updated on Chambers, I think we will be able to do some kind of analytics on our monthly report, and then hopefully for next week we can have any kind of feedback on that, so we can report to the DAO. Okay, so then now for this month, ideas on objectives and content that we want Ninja Promo to produce would be then humanize the DAO, then engagement, show something fun. Those are some suggestions that Stella has made? Maybe do you have any others? Because I have been trying to like find some topics, like I don't know, events and things that we are going to have on June, and I've been looking for, and I think we don't have any. Unless we have like a scout game set up on June, which would be awesome. Could be one of the topics to consider. But what do you think, Stella? Do you think we are going to have this set up for
So
June?
yes, so we will have Scout game for sure. Okay, and I
Okay.
also think. So last week I was on a call with the people from Digital Standards Club, right? And they were, I mean, they're always super nice, but they were extra nice because I told them, look, I think the best idea right now is we do one of two things. We convince the Burner Pro guys, right? It's about this like membership card. I don't know if you guys remember. So
Yeah.
either we convince the Burner guys, to build this into their application, right? Which I think is kind of a lot of commitment, and also it doesn't provide freedom to anyone else. So I said, how about we put together a pool on Scout Game, right? And we say like, hey, we want some really cool dev to develop a mini verifier web browser based app that can verify unlock memberships on Burner Pro wallets, right? And it's supposed to be open source, so which means Julian and the team can eventually build this into Unlock, right? It means the Burner Pro guys can eventually take this piece of tech and burn it into their application, right? And more people can use it, like even to build mini apps directly on Farcaster, right? To maybe verify a ticket on Farcaster directly. So instead of like trying to make this a proprietary thing and saying like, hey, Burner guys, can you just build this, right? I said, how about we put a pool together, like 3 entities, right? And be like, okay, fine. Like, let's have this pool. And then from this pool, we can actually get this built through a Scout game, thing. So I think instead of just focusing on one, I think we could potentially have 2 Scout game pools, one to fix up the, essentially the entire GitHub and the bounties on the GitHub, and the other one to have like open source tech being built that would be to the benefit of us and other, technology providers involved. And the Digital Spenders Club people, they were like, hey, we're not devs, but we do have money because they're part of the acronym foundation, right? And they were like, yeah, like if you think this is the way to go, we're gonna put some money in the pool. Like, how much are we talking? I'm still trying to figure this out, but I would want to assume something like this is around 3K, right? Not too sure. So trying to get like Julian's opinion on this and Toby's opinion on this. But if that is the case, I suggest, each of us gives 1K. And this would be another thing we could launch with them. And I think would be really great, especially pre-summer. I want to assume, that some builders want to have some extra holiday money. So maybe if we can get this built within a month, I just have a feeling it's not a crazy amount of work, right? And then it could be hosted on like the Unlock GitHub, because the Unlock GitHub is already an open source repo. Right, so other than the Burner one, I think that's not open source. It's proprietary technology. So I would suggest it's being hosted by us, but it will be essentially open source just as the actual protocol. So yeah, and that would involve essentially the Burner Pro people. It would involve Digital Spenders Club and Unlock DAO. And Digital Spenders Club has, because they're part of the acronym foundation, they do have a much larger audience. So if you guys heard about Consensus and these super weird, cool guys who built an entire Blockbuster store, that was them. They did that. That was them. They rebuilt an entire Blockbuster store. They had a nail salon. There was NFC chipped. Like they're all about making crazy cool experiences, right? And I know Julian is, I think, a little bit pessimistic because I said, hey, this could be the entry ticket to actually having more people use Unlock for ticketing if it's part of like a membership card, right? This is like, it changes the game, just how stuff feels and looks like. And he was like, I don't know, it's not like a lot of people are using it right now. So because Burner is not like huge, but it's because they had the same problem as us. They were not looking at this, while the Digital Spenders Club people were like, you have a card as a wallet? That should be a membership pass, right? So I look at it this way, right? Instead, we both thought like, yeah, this is a cool hardware wallet. It's very mobile, right? But it's actually much cooler as a memberships card. So I think if we help that marketing to catch some fire, I think we can try again, Right now, I don't know what to do, to be honest. Like, a little bit at a loss when it comes to talking to big event creators, right? Because the ones who are already using Unlock, I think they're not wanting to let go of Unlock anytime soon, because it is a really good product to use. But the ones who are not yet using it, I feel like it's really hard to convince them without building something else up on it. And I feel this is a very cheap, potentially big return opportunity. I don't know if it works, but I think we should try.
Yeah, and that's great. And I think what we can suggest, because that's something that we can do to Burner Pro, is to offer this solution to countries in Latin America, because this is really interesting to start using it directly without having the issue of connecting these kind of solutions that are more expensive, So that's something that they can consider as a qualifying an advantage for them in that market. And since many of our countries are very in a need of use of blockchain technology, of crypto specifically, then I think that's our engagement plan, to have more people engage with this kind of solution, and then a membership, and then digital and all that. So like a combo of these kind of solutions.
I don't know if that was Durgadas, or also welcome, my friend, or someone else, but I think that was him.
Hello.
Sorry if I don't remember correctly. Okay, you can scold me right after. But I think he said something about doing competitive marketing, where you like pretty directly say something like, days are over for Eventbrite, because this is why Unlock is so much better and Eventbrite sucks, essentially. But doing it like less aggressively, I think it would be fun to do, talking about roasting. Maybe we just roast all the competitors that we have, because it's fun, at least for us.
Well, we need to be aware that we are going to be roasted also, because that kind of games are going to start like a roasting machine all over the Twitter and X timelines. Renee, so the OG and more peaceful guy. Yes. Okay, so bringing ideas, roasting competitors in a friendly way.
Also, we should definitely schedule another live stream. I don't know, Will, if you're up for this, because you said before you had an interest in doing that. Would you want to have a live stream, maybe interviewing Snacks?
You want me to interview Snacks?
No, I mean Snacks from Pizza DAO.
Yeah, I know.
You
That's
can
what I'm saying.
bring Snacks to the stream if you want.
No, I'm not going to bring plantain chips to the stream. Sorry. I hate to disappoint you. So you want me to interview Snacks from Pizza DAO?
Yeah, essentially set up, a date with him and do a live stream with him, live interview, probably after NFT NYC. And I would suggest to give it like 2 weeks in advance so we can like try and promote as much as we can.
Mid-July makes sense to me with what I have going
Okay.
on with AF Media right now. So yeah.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I mean, where are we going to post it to though?
To everywhere. So as soon as you have the date confirmed and the event set up, we can, like, I can send out a newsletter for this. We can post it obviously on all social media channels in a little bit of a circular motion. So I want to say 3 posts,
So
right?
from a branding perspective, would I have access to the Unlock Huddle environment?
There is no Huddle Unlock environment, but I would just be backstage and connect my accounts on Restream. That's okay. I just shut up.
Because we just upgraded to Pro, and we've got a 90-day trial on Pro, and that's connected to the KF Media. So I don't know, like, from the optics of it, if that branding is present when we stream, or it's only like where we're streaming to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, I tried using Huddle last time, and you guys know I really, really love Huddle, but it didn't give me what I needed it to give me. So I would suggest, I have the Pro subscription too, but I would suggest we're using Restream for this, so we can do multi-channel streaming. And I will be just backstage, essentially, so you won't see me, you won't hear me, I will manage to chat for you.
So you'll give me, because I'm not familiar with Snacks, and I don't think he knows me, but so there might be some difficulty in connecting, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, but you know Snacks, right? Like, he is the founder of Pizza DAO.
I'm aware of Snacks, but I don't have a relationship with Snacks. You know what I
mean? Me neither. I think it would be just about talking, about Pizza DAO, how he founded Pizza, essentially like an interview.
No, I understand the premise of it. I'm just saying there may be difficulty in connecting, or maybe this is a way for us to develop a relationship, right? But in connecting and getting the scheduling and all that. So see what I can do. I know he's in our Discord, right? So we'll just keep it within our Discord.
Yeah, you can message him within the Discord. I can also connect him with you on Telegram if you wish that. If you want me to make an official intro, like, that's also a possibility.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, and there's also a little bit of a guide on live streaming on actually the Charmverse space that Stacey just showcased. I can send you that so you can check out the template and then, like, recommendations on the template on how to proceed, but yeah, I think it would be great if you would be doing it.
Stella's breaking?
No, Stella's not breaking. You're her fine. It might be your audio, Ceci.
Then it's me. Okay, sorry.
Okay. Anyways, what do you mean, like, how to proceed? Like, you know what I've been doing for the last 3+ years, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just, there are some unlock specific stuff, like setting up the event as an event and stuff, right? It's like, think of it as a checklist.
Okay.
Not as, like, trying to tell you what to do. It's more of like, don't forget to do this, don't forget to do. It's like a helping guide, right? Not, I know you're good at this. This is why I'm freaking asking you to do it.
Did you see what Arena's done?
Who?
Arena.social.
No.
They have embedded live streaming into their social media platform. Now, I know that's a different community than what we're used to. Most of them, it's tied to the Avalanche community, right? But we can deploy keys and locks on Avalanche because that functionality exists within the event page. And it could be a good audience to kind of tap into. But yeah, they have much more advanced than what X offers right now, as far as like actual live streaming capabilities on platform with live tipping and like a tipping leaderboard and everything like that. So Next time we go live, I'll send you a link. It's very easy. All you do to set up an Arena account is leverage your X account, and it automatically creates your profile there. Could be some new territory when we're done with Ninja Promo that we want to start exploring that ecosystem with Unlock as well. Case in point, last Saturday, we went on at 11 a.m. Eastern, and we had 24 people attend the live stream. And that's like more engagement than we're getting on X Spaces right now, right? So it's a hungry environment. And if we have compelling content to push out there, we're going to get some really good engagement. But it's kind of like X meets Friends Tech, but without all the toxicity of Friends.tech. You know what I mean?
What is the name of the platform? Arena? Is that it?
Arena.social. Yeah, I've got a referral code for you that I can get you. Give me 1 second. I'll put a referral code in here if you want to check it out. Because I do have a refer and earn program. And you can earn AVAX, and you can buy and sell and trade profiles. It's actually pretty cool. But now that they've gone to the live streaming, it's even more impactful. As far as like from a content creation perspective. So here is our referral link.
So when you live stream, is this some kind of a huddle thing? I mean, in comparison, something similar?
No, it's more like Twitch, but you can do screen sharing.
Oh,
it's really cool. Yeah, it's more like Twitch.
Okay, awesome.
The only downside to it is I haven't figured out how to get access to the live stream after it ends. So there's that aspect of it. It's kind of like an in-the-moment thing. You had to be there. That's the only downside I see to it right now.
Well, right now, honestly, we're struggling to keep the accounts like few that we have.
I know.
I think it's a cool idea.
I'm planting for the future. This is just a seed that I'm planting for the future. Keep our finger on the
So one last question. Yeah. So one last question, please. Should I make an intro to you on Snacks on Telegram?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, good.
Yes,
then I've gone to. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Speaking of Telegram, did you get the copy of my video? Because I haven't seen you surface that in the Charmverse Discord yet.
Wait, what?
What video?
The video I recorded for you, Stella, that you asked me to record for that issue we're having in deploying the rewards program based on the archived role issue that it's rated an archived role. It's not really an archived role.
Oh my god, okay, I must have overlooked this. Let me check on this.
Okay, no worries.
Yes, I did.
I can see it on your face. Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, awesome. All right then. Yeah, thanks Durgadas for that document. It's really, really interesting. I have been reading it a little bit, and I find it really like very, very enlightening on this topic. So I think we can apply it. Definitely.
Yeah, it just seemed like a third alternative, to the, am I cooperating? Am I competing? How about we, so it's like, the idea of roasting in a way, it's like, they ran out of stadium to roast Tom Brady. Do you know what I mean? Like the guy volunteered for that, like to have like everyone like give him like a giant, like the amount of I just feel like it's like at this point in our culture is like a way to know that you're loved is that someone wants to give you a giant bag of crap about your life or something. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, it's a weird thing, but yeah, this co-opetition thing, I think that's a uniquely Web3 thing. So I think it would be a mistake to shy away from that. You know.
Awesome.
It all started with Dean Martin, right?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I guess we all owe a debt to the Rat Pack because those guys, and yeah, in general, there's a couple of comedians like, Rodney Dangerfield, who was always putting himself down, but then you had one guy who just made people laugh by constantly giving them a lot of stick. So yeah, it's really interesting how that happened, and that happened all right around the same time, right? So yeah, Dean Martin, the Rat Pack. Who's the comedian? I'm just blanking his name right now. I can see his face.
The roast master from Comedy Central, Jeffrey Ross.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, he's definitely the second generation of that. Anyway, Don Rickles is maybe the most famous guy.
Oh, Bonehead. Okay.
Don Rickles, and then yeah, he inspired a lot of other people. He was actually a really sweet person, but just his whole comedy thing was just about roasting people, and then he him, and he would give people a hard time. He would give Frank Sinatra a hard time, and he'd be like, "Okay, just don't kill me, don't have me killed." Because like he had all these supposed connections to the mob and stuff. So it was like, so he'd stand up there and give him a hard time, and then like beg for his life on the same stage. So yeah, there's a whole art to this, and if you do it artfully, I think it can be fun and funny.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, so let me grab these just for context, so people can really understand like what we're thinking of. Okay. All right then. I think these are enough topics. Maybe. Do you think any other more could be considered? But I think if we manage to have the scout game ready for July, it would be awesome.
So prompting as in AI prompting, because I'm all about that right now. Okay, yeah.
So you know how you send the doc, right? And I think the doc is valuable, but it makes really even more sense when you start prompting AI with like very instructional instructions on how to use, that information. So if you don't mind, and if you have a few minutes after this call, we can just do a quick prompting session and see what we get out of this for like video content.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Now Renee is hey.
I'm just over here trying to get people to finally put their projects on our Epoch 8 is closing in an hour, so I'm just chasing projects around, trying to get them to fill out the form.
Wait, so you don't have time, or you have like 15 minutes after the meeting?
Yeah, I have a bit of time. All I'm doing is messaging people who are not responding to me.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's gonna be a quick experiment, I swear. Okay, I will send you the invite. Renee, good job. Ceci, fantastic job, like always. Will, thank you for becoming our ultimate live stream host. I already told Snacks that you're gonna be the guy, so now you're gonna be the guy. I'm sorry.
I'll be your guy.
Awesome. Okay, then I think we have covered everything from our agenda. If you have any other topic, maybe that you would like to talk it now. If not, I think we can see all of us at the DAO call. Yes, Renee, please go ahead.
No, I tried to lower my hand, but I don't know why I I show I raise my hand. Okay, I did
Okay.
I did the reverse, but well, can you show us now? Share with us this document.
Yes, yes, yes.
Thank you.
I told Cece 100 times to put this on the chambers. No, just kidding. I know why she's not putting it on the chambers.
Let's put it in this.
We ran out of blocks. I know. Just messing with you, my friend.
How can I join to the chambers?
And joining the chambers is pretty straightforward. You need to have an active membership NFT. So this is something that you check in the lobby channel. It runs out every 3 months. You haven't been around for, I don't want to see, maybe 3 months. So it might just have run out, right? So you go into the lobby channel and you /unlock, right? To see if like, your membership NFT is still active. If it isn't, you just follow the process as you already have done before. And don't forget at the end of the process, only get the free one, don't get the paid one, right? And at the end of the process, go back to Discord. Okay, click that button. If you don't, no membership activation. It's killing you. You know, but I recorded the video. I actually recorded already a bunch of videos. I just need to get some like free headspace to sit down and like edit them. But yeah. So anyway, and then within the Discord, there's like official links. And on these official links, there's the chamber space. So you just follow that and then with the right wallet that your membership NFT will be on, you can like seamlessly verify for the chamber space. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If not, just report it on the chat and we will support you. Awesome.